Well, guys, I got some bad news about Tamar. So, apparently, Tamar is not talking to anybody in her family, and she doesn't have anybody to support her during this bad time. They're saying that Tamar actually cut off all her hair in a desperation attempt to beat her depression. And this is kind of what we all knew, because she's not talking to her mother. She's not talking to her sisters. She refuses to film with her sisters. That's why we haven't seen her on any episode of the Braxton Family Values. She feels like her sisters are against her. Tawanda is suing her and Vince, and that's just not what family does. Trina is, of course, on Tawanda's side with everything she does, and they say that Tracy is also suing Vince and Tamar. And recently, Tamar and Tracy both got kicked off of Tony's tour because of their beef. They couldn't get along, and they didn't want to be in the same presence as each other. And even Tony didn't want to be around Tamar. Now, this is sad because Miss E has always said that she would not let reality television tear her family apart, but that is exactly what is happening. And it's just sad to see that it has gotten this bad within the family. And I do blame this reality television show. I definitely do. Now, if you watch interviews with any of the other sisters, you can see that whenever Tamar's name is brought up, they get like nervous and like whatever. Like they just get an attitude on their face, like whatever. Especially Tawanda. Like Tawanda has some real animosity towards Tamar, and it's clear to see.
I think that she's in her feelings when it comes to
her own situation.
Exactly, because she has spoken outwardly about everybody's situation.
Yes,
Yes. Season of Braxton Family Values, and I just think that now, since she's in a hot seat, it's almost like, oh no, you can't talk about
Yeah, she's spoken out on social media about her own situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
That's how we found out about that.
do it.
It's almost like she is cocooning herself just a little bit. Wow. You know.
Speaking of Tamar, for people.
Yeah, Tamar, baby sister, youngest sister.
Basically mind our business now when it comes to those two, because you just never know.
So what's your approach going to be? Because like you said, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. So do you talk about it, or do you just kind of leave it, and let her address it?
We let her address it, because we're always going to be in the wrong.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, well, we don't even feel like playing that game. We're too grown for that. It's definitely more, it's always, they have a very tumultuous relationship, always. It's, I hate you, Jody type of situation, and, it's on and off and on type of situation. And we've witnessed a lot of things as sisters, if you can imagine, so.
Now, that was just a little bit of tea. As you can see, it's pretty clear that none of the sisters have any communication with Tamar. Like, their answers are just too vague, and you can tell that everything is forced because they actually have no idea what's going on with the chat.